Hi everyone, it's Elaine from Anabella's. I have not seen you in a little bit. Very happy that you're here today. If you're new to my channel, this channel is primarily about cross stitching, quilting, and paper crafting with a little bit of my life thrown in every now and then. And if you stuck around and you've come back, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your kind words and for all of your comments. I do appreciate each and every one of you. So I thought we would just spend some time today getting caught up. I've got lots to share with you. I thought I would do a quick life update. This past week on Monday was my birthday. So I spent it at home. I took the day off, put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Terry was actually driving back to Buffalo. He went to play golf with his brother, who goes to Buffalo to play golf, and stayed to watch the Bills game. And boy, did he pay for that. Because he left Monday morning. He had to pull over 3 or 4 times to take a nap because he was not in a good position to be driving after watching the Bills game with his brother. So I was home all day on my birthday, and I spoke to my kids, and I did a ton of paper crafting, which I will do a video I'll drop it this weekend so that you can see it. It's just some fun stuff I was working on, but I spent all day, well, most of the day, in my pajamas, up in my studio, working and crafting and doing all the things that bring me so much joy. So it was a very, very nice birthday. And I booked our trip to Nag's Head, North Carolina for Thanksgiving. So Andrew has to work and the girls have their thing going on. So I want to be at the beach. So we talked about it and said, why don't we go to Nag's Head? We're right here by the Outer Banks. I mean, it's a 7.5-hour drive. It's crazy because we're almost on the Tennessee border. So it is quite a hike to get over to the coast, but well worth it. We're going to spend an entire week there with our toes in the sand. We're bringing the puppies with us, and we can't wait. Terry's looking forward to checking out the wild horses. Let me get a sip real quick. It's afternoon here, so no coffee. Terry's looking forward to seeing the wild horses. There's a really cool lighthouse. There's lots of parks and lots of shopping and lots of good dining. So we are just going to make it a wonderful Thanksgiving. We haven't been away together for Thanksgiving in many years. We're parents. We always feel like, we should try to connect with the kids, but, this is our time, so we're going to take advantage of it. And Andrew's going to be here in a couple weeks. He's here the last weekend in October. So maybe I'll grab him and introduce him to all of you with my grandchildren. We'll see. I'm looking forward to spending time with them. Anyway, that's it. No more life updates. I've been doing a lot of cooking, which I normally don't do. I cooked when the kids were little and was raising our family, and then Terry took over once the kids moved out, and now I'm kind of circling back. I'm enjoying it. It's very relaxing after a long day. I put on some music and I cook. I made some great cheese tortellini last night with some asparagus and some cheese and some tomatoes and garlic and onions, and it was outstanding. But that's for another day. Let's talk stitching. So I have some new releases by Anabella's Needle Art, quite a few actually. So I'm going to show you this one right now. I actually fully finished today. If you remember, we have a series called Mini Mantras, and they're just little things that we say to ourselves to kind of lift us up or remind us, that there's some strength, there's some courage, or some hope when we're having some life struggles. So today, what I'm going to show you is our new mini mantra. It's going to be part of the Today I Choose series. So it is a mini mantra. As you can see, it's very tiny. And this one is Today I Choose Happiness. So we'll be doing quite a few. We'll have kindness coming out. We'll have all kinds of different words that will be Today I Choose something, whether it's kindness or happiness or forgiveness or strength. We're going to go ahead and get those ramped up pretty soon. So I just, stitched this up. This took me a couple of hours. It's very small. You can find this on the website, and you can also find it in the Etsy shop. So it's really cool. And if you want, you can go over to anabellas.net and read the blog post. I did do a blog post on that, so you can check that out. And then we have released 2 of our barns in our monthly barn series. So here is October. This is our October barn. And then just today, I released the November barn. So here is our pretty little November barn. Looking forward to fall. Then we have 2 skinny minis. Our skinny minis are fun. You can stitch these together. You can stitch them separately, whatever makes you happy. But we have 2. Here are our skinny minis November. They are just the sweetest little pilgrims you could ever see. I just love them. And then we have skinny minis Santa and Mrs. Claus. So this is brand new, just released this today as well. I've been ramping up, getting everything charted and sent out, so you can see that we're releasing things in 2s right now. I think November, Skinny Minis November has been out. You just haven't seen it from me, so I wanted to share it. And then Santa and Mrs. Claus, that's just coming out today. Then in our Tiny Tart series, which is a huge hit, we have the latest, which is only the 2nd release in our Tiny Tart series. The first one was Collect Pumpkins, and this one is to collect snowmen. And we had so much fun with this. Both my daughter and I worked on this one together. And at the last minute, I decided to add the little twin babies at the bottom. So just a nice snowman family. So if you love to collect snowmen or you love snowmen, this is really cute to do. It stitches up really quick. You can put this in a tart tin. You can make a tiny pillow. It looks nice on a Bella board, but just a fun little stitch. And then I have quite a few releases that just came out, which were part of our September Patreon. So this is what our Patreon members received this past month. There's quite a few charts here, so I'm just going to insert the photos. They're not in any order, but they're all apple themed. September is apple themed. So the first one is our Basket of Blooms, which I just love this. It's so pretty. Then we have our apple season mini motifs. This is fun too. Just little motifs, you know, some apples and some other things. And then Collect Apples. I also love this one. I think Collect Apples and the Basket of Blooms are my 2 favorites. Then we have Apple Season September. Just a nice monthly marker. And then this one is just so cute. This was what our Tier 1 members received. This is just our Apple Season horse. And she just looks so cute with the little bow in her hair. And what we did, let me see if I have it here. I don't think I have it here. No, it's at home. We finished all of those off on a barn. Let me see if I have the barn here. I do have the barn here. Oh, you know, I told you we have a wood cutting machine now. So here's the barn. So the horse, we finished off on this barn, and I painted it in this Deco Art, what is this? Primary Red. So I painted the barn in the Deco Art Primary Red, and that was it. I put some decoupage on top of it. I sprayed it with some high gloss spray, and there you go. So that was fun. And then the last release that Anabella's has to share with you this week is our Autumn Quaker 2. So we did an Autumn Quaker earlier this year. And my friend Maria got me the most amazing gift a while ago. I can't remember what holiday it was because she's always gifting me with something, and I love her to death. But it's by Sarah Renee Clark, I think is her name. They're these big color cubes, and I was going through it, trying to get some inspiration, and I just love the colors in this chart. And thank you, Maria. That is how this chart was inspired, if you're watching. So it's a nice Quaker, but it has a pretty colorway. You know, fall isn't just oranges and yellows. There's a lot of purples in fall too. You want to come up, Riley? Ooh, there's a lot of purples in falls too. So I thought this was cute. So there you go. Now, how about we just go through what some of the designers have sent. We've got quite a few new releases from the designers. Stitching with the Housewives has just this adorable Dear Santa. So this is flying out the doors, as you can expect. Priscilla always seems to do just an amazing job with her Christmas designs. So there you go. And then next is their word swap, their monthly word swap. This is Word Swap Thankful. Perfect time of year to stitch this up. And then we have her Happy at Home. This is November, so you get all 3 of these little charts. And then I don't know if it's called Happy at Home. I don't think that's the correct name for it. But it's part of that series. And then you have these 3 little smalls that you can stitch up. So all 3 smalls are included in this chart. And then Cottage Garden Samplings, if you are stitching the In the Woods 2 series. She started with In the Woods last year, and then this year is In the Woods 2, and this is the release for this particular month. It is the turkey. Then Tiny Modernist. Oh, I love these 3 new charts that she came out with. First one is Halloween Cats. I love this. Then we have Spooky Night. And last is Palm Reader. So all of these charts are available in the shop. And then Primrose, it wasn't this week, it was the week before, but I haven't been on, but I did want to share these with you. 2 great new charts. I think these were in one of their boxes, and then they're just being released. So you may already have these. But the first one is Home for the Holidays. And then this one is called Cup of Cheer. So those are really sweet. And then, let me take another sip. My throat is dry. And then April from Crafty Blue Bonnet. Let me tell you, these releases that she put out are just so adorable. I'm gonna show you all of them pretty much, except for the spools. She has a really popular spools series, but I didn't drop the photo, so I can't share that with you. But you can find her spool series when you go to the Etsy shop. But here are her releases that I want you to see. The first one is called So Spooky. I think this one is my favorite. I also like this, very inventive. Inventive? That's not the right word. Creative. That's the word I'm looking for. This one is called Stitchy Steaks. Very sweet. Then we have Hello Fall. Then she has Sweet Eeks. A Pretty Autumn Sampler. And then back to the people who love snowmen. This is Everyone Can Build a Snowman. This one is cute. It's called Need a Little Christmas. And then last is Autumn Love. So all of those are from April at Crafty Blue Bonnet. Be sure to check them out. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have to share with you. We have some other things that have come in, but I try not to share every single thing during a video because I don't want to keep you that long. It's already been 12 minutes. So just feel free to go and check out our new arrivals, and you can see everything there. The next thing is our boxes and bags. So let's talk about our Bella bag. Our Bella bags are for subscribers only, whether you're a subscriber to our newsletter or to our channel. Every month we put together a fun little Bella bag for you. It's a pink little bag that comes to your house with all kinds of stitchy goodies. And the photo that I'm showing here right now hints at what is going to be the theme of November's Bella bag. It may or may not give you, a hint at what you're going to receive. It's certainly not exactly what you're going to receive, but it's indicative perhaps of the theme of what you're going to receive. So check that out. Bella bags, you can order them, as soon as you can. Either we take orders between the 1st of the month through the 30th of the month, unless we sell out. And then if we sell out, once they're gone, they're gone. You can get Bella bags on the website or on Etsy. They are a little bit more on Etsy because of the higher fees. So if you don't want to pay the higher fee, just shop on the website. And I think they're $27.99. And you don't just get the chart, you get all kinds of other things. It's all described there. You can read about it. And then I don't have this written down. Let me just pop over here real quick and see what my other bags are. The magical Christmas box is getting ready to be assembled. So the boxes are here. We're putting some finishing touches on it. That box is due to go out by the end of October, and it will be the end of October before that box ships. We have our Williamsburg retreat in 2 weeks. So that will probably ship as soon as we get back from Williamsburg. So that box will be going out. And then we have our finishing foundations box. That is also being finalized right now. We're just waiting for a couple more things to arrive. That'll be going out as well. So everyone who ordered those boxes, get ready. They're both fantastic. I know you're going to love what's inside. So speaking of, let me see if I forgot something here. Speaking of retreats and things of that sort, let me talk to you about what's going on here at Anabella's as far as retreat news. So retreat recaps, I'll call it. So it's only 2 weeks. I'm stressing. No, I'm not. It's only 2 weeks until Williamsburg. I'm so excited about it. I think it's a large group. It's going to be a lot of fun. I had a nice conference call yesterday with the hotel, and I was able to, the room they're putting us in is massive. It's like 6,600 square feet. It's gigantic. and they had tables of 8. And I said, no, we can't do tables of 8. They need to have some elbow room. So we got that all switched around, and we've got some nice comfortable tables of 6, so people will have lots of space. We have a great vendor shop with a bunch of vendors that are coming. Anabella's attic is going to be there as well, so we'll have all kinds of things for people to look at, from charts to floss to notions, whatever we've got here in the shop. We'll try to bring as much as we can. Terry just rented a truck today, so we're all set to get in and drive to Virginia. We're going to arrive on Wednesday. So Terry and I and Brianna, our store manager, we're all going to drive over on Wednesday with the puppies. And we're going to, get to the hotel, check in, relax the whole bit, and have dinner. And then early Thursday morning, 8 a.m. sharp, all people are hitting the ground running to get everything set up so that we can open up registration earlier on Thursday than we normally do. We want to get everybody quickly registered and into the stitching room as fast as we can. I don't know what time that's going to be. I'm very fortunate that I do have quite a few volunteers that are going to be helping us out, but we have an awful lot of swag bags that have to be assembled. We can't assemble the swag bags here and take them. There's just too many of them, so we have to assemble them there. That will be the biggest thing that the team is going to have to do early in the morning, because we can't open registration until we get those done. So if you're watching and you're coming to Williamsburg, just know we're going to make it as early in the day as possible. If we get done by noon, it'll be noon. If we get done by 1, it'll be 1. If we get done by 10, it'll be 10. We're just going to work as fast and furious as possible. And then the stitching room will open. Now, the vendor shops, they're in a separate area. I do that at some of my retreats. And this one we had no choice. We had to do it in a separate area. But we have some great vendors. Their shops are going to be open from 10 to 8. So you all can, shop to your heart's content, and look at all of the beautiful things that they have made and designed or are bringing with them to share with you. So that'll be great. And then, of course, Paulette. I know how many of you are so excited. I cannot wait to see what she has. I have no idea. She has not shared it. I haven't asked. I cannot wait to see what it is. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. You guys have an incredible swag bag coming from her. So that'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be so much fun. It's a beautiful venue. Colonial Williamsburg is, Colonial Williamsburg. So there's so many things to do. And we have carved out a little bit of time for folks that might want to, pop out and stretch their legs and maybe walk on over and check out, all of the things there are to see. And then the retreat ends on Sunday at 3. We're going to wrap it all up, and then we're going to take Monday to just kind of hang out. So we won't go back until Tuesday. We always try to stay over a night. So that'll be Williamsburg. And then for those of you who are interested in our Threads to Finishes retreat, this retreat is being held in Charleston. Registration has now opened. It is February 5th through 8th. And what's really fun about our Threads to Finishes retreats is that they include everything from specialty stitches to fully finishing cross-stitch designs. Now, there's going to be 9 workshops at this event. And not to worry, you don't have to attend the 9 workshops. Your registration fee includes them all. You can pick and choose which ones you come to, and then regardless of which ones you attend, you'll receive a PDF and video. I don't know that it'll be a video, but you'll receive PDF tutorials on all of it. I don't know that we're going to videotape them. Probably not. I'm not real happy about that. I don't think I'm going to do that. But people will videotape them, but I don't know that Elaine's going to videotape them. But so you're going to learn all kinds of finishing techniques, and those techniques include, I didn't write it down. You can look at them on the website. The website has all the different finishing techniques that we're going to teach you. So from whether it's, finishing on a Bella board, or whether it's a flat fold finish, whether it is, I don't know what the other ones are. They're all on there. You can just go read them. Okay, so that's fun. And basically, you're going to leave confident now after, being there for 4 days and learning these specialty stitches and how to make a French knot and, how to do some of the other stitches that are, making their way back, I think, as well as finishing. So, that's your biggest challenge, you guys tell me, is getting those fully finished. So think about the Threads to Finishes. The I'm going to jump one retreat ahead, because we're talking about Threads to Finishes. The next one, Threads to Finishes retreat, will be in the fall. I signed the contract today. This is going to be in Baltimore in October, so it's a year from now, October 15th through 18th. And this event is going to be Edgar Allan Poe themed. So not only is it a Threads to Finishes retreat, we are having our first themed event, which is going to be Edgar Allan Poe. And there's going to be some scavenger hunts and some other things that we've not done before. Well, we have done scavenger hunts before, but it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be at a lovely boutique hotel right in the heart of Mount Vernon. So there's going to be so many things that we can do together. It's a Mount Vernon district. So we're just going to have a great time. And the details for that, there are ways out. I think I put the dates on the website. I'll add content, as we get a little bit closer and as my brain starts churning with all the fun things that we can bring to you for that event. And I love it because, the last time I was in Washington, D.C. was right after 9/11, I believe. My son was in 5th grade, and in Florida, the 5th graders always go to Washington. No, my daughter was. The 5th graders all go to Washington, D.C. for their annual field trip, and the kids couldn't go. So Terry and I decided just to take all our kids so they could see it. But I was in mom mode, so I didn't get to enjoy it because I was, harnessing three young kids everywhere. So I'm looking forward to it, because that'll definitely be a side trip that I'm going to want to do, is go back to D.C. So now backing back up again to April, the All Things Spring Retreat is April 17th through 19th, and this is the retreat that includes visits to the Pioneer Women's Mercantile and to the Lodge. This is going to be a great weekend. We've got a lot of things planned for you. I know so many of you, hundreds of you, raised your hand and said how much you love the Pioneer Woman, and I love her too. Terry's kind of taking a liking to her, not as much as me, but he likes her as well. So that'll be a fun retreat. So think about that. That's, again, coming soon in April. So that'll be a nice way to start spring, kick spring off. And then the only thing that I don't have yet completed for 2026 is our summer in the mountains, because I haven't picked a mountain yet. I don't know where I want to have it yet. I live in a beautiful state. I don't know that I want to travel outside of North Carolina, so I'm just trying to find a venue in the mountains where folks that are trying to get away from the heat, for example, you want to come up? Ugh, they're very heavy. So folks that want to maybe, like if you're in Florida, you want to get away from the heat, you come up to the mountains in the summer. So I'm trying to find a location that'll kind of be cool enough to be inviting for folks and nice enough like Pigeon Forge was, so that everybody has a great time. So I'll circle back to you with that. All right, so that's it for in-person retreats. And because I haven't seen you, I think it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The video may be going on and on. We talk stitching. Yes, I don't have any whips to show you today. I'll do that next time. But I do have to at least once a month update everybody on everything that's going on. So just bear with me. Okay, the next one, you might want to take out a piece of paper and a pencil for this one. This is big. Doing something kind of fun and different this Christmas for all of you. So every year we do have our Christmas pop-up retreat, and we just had one. As a matter of fact, we had our fall pop-up retreat last weekend. It was so much fun. I just love it. So if you're new, you may be thinking, what in the heck is a pop-up retreat, and what is this woman talking about? So we've talked about in-person retreats quite a bit, and a pop-up retreat is designed for folks who want to have the experiences that you get at a in-person retreat, but you can't attend because of health issues or work issues or financial issues. So we really try, my team and I, to bring you the best experience we can, but we do it virtually. And it's hosted on Zoom. We have Stitchy Boots, where people break off and gather together in small groups, just like you would at an event where you're sitting at a table, a round table of 6, 8, 10 people. So it's the same thing when you attend virtually. And from the feedback that I receive, lifelong friends are made. So if you don't have a lot of Stitchy friends, or you live in a community where you don't get to interact with other folks that share your love of needlework, the pop-up event might be a way for you to connect with other like-minded stitchers. And what I also found was a lot of the girls or the ladies or the men who sit in the Stitchy booth rooms end up hosting their own Zooms once a month with all the folks that they met there at their table. So how fun is that? So the love continues and the friendships grow, because once a month the same 10 people might get together and do a Zoom and sit and chat and catch up on life. And that's how friendships are formed, and that's how they're nurtured and how friendships grow. So I love that. So when it came, I'm going to have to read some of this. And the dogs are everywhere. Chloe's back up here. Riley's behind me. I'm sitting forward because Riley's behind my back on my chair and Chloe's on my desk in her bed. Okay, so let's talk about this. Our virtual retreat is going to be held. It's called Santa's Workshop Virtual Christmas Pop-Up Retreat. It is going to be held December 13th on a Saturday from 11 to 5. Now, I did initially have it on December 6th because I totally completely forgot that Lindy Stitches is doing the Jingle Ball. And I know how many of you love the Jingle Ball. I love the Jingle Ball. So go to the Jingle Ball, have a fantastic time. And if you'd like, you can join us, a week later on December 13th. Now, Santa's Workshop is going to be kind of different. So let me tell you how this is going to work. All of this information will be up on our website this weekend, so you can circle back and check it out. I will also have photographs of all of the workshops that you can choose from when you purchase your ticket. So we're going to have a Elfin training ticket. So that's $25. That is all it costs for you to join the event. And what that's going to give you is complete retreat access. So you can come and sit and stitch and be with us for the entire day from 11 to 5. Of course, all the kickoff and closing festivities, all of the games, Bella Bingo, Christmas trivia, all the different things that we do. You will be able to attend the Meet the Designers Q&A sessions with my daughter. Charlene is finally going to make her designer debut at our Christmas virtual pop-up retreat. I can't wait. I can't wait for you all to meet her and get to talk with her and she'll answer your questions and you'll get to know her. And I'm so proud of her, so I'm really excited that, I didn't have to hold her neck to underwater. But I've been kind of nagging her for how many years now? But she's excited. She's going to be there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's her first live appearance with all of you, so I hope you can come. In addition, that admission ticket for you, which is, we're calling it the Elf in Training ticket, we're going to do something really fun this year. We're doing a virtual cookie exchange cookbook. So everybody that purchases a ticket, if you want to participate, you can submit a cookie recipe to me by December 1st. I'm going to put everything together in a fun Christmas cookbook, and everyone is going to receive a copy at the event in your virtual swag bag. Hey, puppy. So how fun, right? Oh, everybody loves Christmas cookies. So I thought that would be something different and something fun that we can all do together. So start thinking about what your favorite Christmas cookie recipe is so that you can submit it to me and we can put it in our Christmas cookie book. Then, of course, with your registration fee, your, elf ticket, you're going to be able to participate in our show and tell your fabulous finishes. So we did this at the last pop-up retreat. It was a lot of fun. Share your finished pieces. You probably have things either hanging in your stitching room or in your family room or somewhere in your house, or maybe they're just sitting, wherever you have them out and displayed. We would love to have you show them off. So at our retreat, you will get an opportunity to do that, and everybody is going to ooh and ah. So show and tell. Show us all of your fabulous finishes. You're going to get a Santa's Workshop digital badge. And then at the end, you're also going to receive a PDF keepsake guide. And that's going to be filled with all kinds of fun things. And you'll get an exclusive pop-up shop. We have a pop-up shop at all of our events. You'll have a pop-up shop discount coupon so that if you want to do some shopping, you can do that. Now, that is what your $25 gets you. Then what happens? So you sign up, you see the registration. Now it's time for you to pick out what you want to work on. So Santa's has a workbench, and on his workbench is going to be 4 different projects that you can choose from. Each project is only $18, and let me tell you what you receive for the $18. The first is a standalone project. You're going to receive the PDF of the chart. It's an exclusive. You're going to get a complete supply list, step-by-step, both written and video tutorial. So you're not going to be left to your own devices. You're going to have the chart. You're going to have your complete supply list. You're going to have a step-by-step written tutorial and a video tutorial lifelong so that you can refer to it at any time. You don't have to, actually finish your Christmas Santa's Workshop project before the event, but you can. That'll be completely up to you. And these are some of the workshops that are going to be included. There's going to be 4 workshops for you to choose from. So your ticket is $25, and then each workshop is $18, but I've also created a bundle for you, and I'll explain that in a minute. And don't have to write all this down. It'll be posted when you go to the website to check it out. The first one is going to be our Nutcracker Christmas ornaments. These are so cute. These are 6 Nutcracker themed ornaments. And then your finishing will be your padding, your trims, your ribbons, all of the things you need to complete those ornaments. The next workbench project is our Merry Goosemas tray display. So yes, we found some adorable little Christmas goose that have made their way onto our workbench here at Anabella's, and the designers were hard at work bringing you some adorable motifs for you to put on your tray display. So that's going to be fun. And that's going to include mounting and layering and displaying that tray display. Those motifs can also be stitched individually and made into little pillows. Next, we have my favorite. This is our Cardinal Christmas pillow. This is absolutely breathtaking. It's probably my favorite of our Christmas releases. I get tears in my eyes. There's just sometimes when you're, designing, working with my daughter, something just strikes you. And I always have loved cardinals, but this one really touched my heart. And this one, you're going to be able to get this sewn and stuffed and trimmed with all kinds of embellishments. So this is going to also be available to you. And then last but not least, we have our very first Christmas bell pull. It's Christmas Doodles. So Christmas Doodles will be a bell pull type of design, and you're going to be able to finish it with backing, the dowel, the rod, and trims. So once again, let me just reiterate that each of those workbench projects includes the PDF chart and a complete supply list only. The supplies are not included, not for that price point. You basically just purchase them separately using the list we provided. And many of you aren't going to have to make any additional purchases because you probably have all this stuff already in your stash. We might bundle some of these together so that you can go to Anabella's Etsy shop and just purchase like a pre-made Bella bundle of some of these things. So that's that. The add-ons, like I said, are 18, and we're going to get to your supply list 3 to 4 weeks before the event, so that if you want to attend the event and watch the videos and participate in getting it fully finished before the holidays, you're certainly going to be able to do that. And then of course you get your written tutorial and your video tutorial as well as all the finishing instructions. Now, what I did was when I looked at the 4 workshops and I looked at the price point for the registration of $25, I wanted to try to give you like a little bit of a discount for your Stitchy bucks. You want to stretch those as far as you can. So you'll find that there's 3 different elf bundles. The first is the Apprentice Elf, and that's $59. That's your retreat fee, $25, and then you can pick 2 workbenches. So you pick 2 projects out of the 4 that I mentioned. So we kind of bundle those together, those for you to save you a little bit of money. Then the next one is our Senior Elf bundle. Same thing, your $25 retreat fee, and then you can choose 3 projects. And then the last one is our Head Elf. This is your all access pass. That's $89. It's going to include your retreat fee and all 4 projects. So it's a $97 value, and I think it's down in the 70s when all is said and done. So just something new, something fun. I'm so excited about it. I always loved Santa's Workshop, and when I was a kid, or Santa's Toy Shop. I mean, it's interchangeable. Sometimes it was Santa's Toy Shop, other times it was Santa's Workshop. And I thought, how fun is that? Let's put some fun into Christmas. Christmas can be a blunt time for a lot of people. So this is just Anabella's way of trying to bring back some of the joy. Some of our best memories, I think, as adults sometimes are the memories we shared with our family when we were kids. So not to say this is going to be childlike in nature, feature. It's certainly not, but it is a way to bring you some joy and a smile to your face. So I do hope that you'll join us. And as always, once everything is posted, if you have any questions or you're not sure, or if it confuses you in any way, shape, or form, just send an email to me at anabellashop@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to talk you through it. Okay, so why should you join Santa's Workshop? Well, you're going to get 4 specialized make finishing fun skills that you can use for many years to come. You get to keep all the PDFs and the tutorials forever and watch the videos at your own pace. You get to take part in our fun virtual cookie exchange and get a wonderful Christmas cookie cookbook. You get to celebrate the season with other Stitchers who are excited as you are to kick things off and get ready for the holidays. And you'll get a virtual swag bag. In addition to everything that I've already shared with you, you'll also get a virtual swag bag filled with all kinds of other Christmas and holiday themed charts. And you'll get that special discount. So if you want to go shopping in the pop-up shop, you can certainly do that and save a little bit of money. So, like I said, the photos of the 4 designs, as well as all of the information on Santa's Workshop pop-up virtual retreat, will be posted sometime between today and Sunday. So just keep checking back to the website and on social media whenever you can. Last today, I want to thank all of you who have joined my Patreon. I cannot tell you how much I am enjoying spending so much time with you there. And if you are not familiar, go check it out. There's 3 different tiers. I think it starts at $7.97 a month, but pick and choose which one might speak to you. I would love to connect with you there. You know, it is a warm, friendly, drama-free zone. Can I just raise my hand and say drama-free? There's a drama-free zone. It's so refreshing, and we're having such a great time. So that's why I'm not here every single week right now, because I really want to devote as much of my time as I can to them and give you, too, an equal amount of time on the off weeks. So check it out. I would love for you to join us. We just kicked off our 3rd month, and it would be great to have you part of our community as we continue to grow. So everybody, until I see you next time, or I see you in Williamsburg next weekend, be happy, be well, and most of all, be kind. See you later. Bye.